Hello students. So in the previous class we have discussed about the differences between asexual and sexual reproduction, and we have also started asexual reproduction, and I have told you that in our syllabus we have only 6 types of sexual reproduction. That is, number 1 is fission, then fragmentation, regeneration, budding, vegetative propagation, and then the last is spore formation. So in this context we have already studied about what is fission. In the fission we have studied about that there are two types of fission: binary fission and multiple fission. Binary fission example is amoeba, leishmania, okay, and multiple fission example is plasmodium, that is a malarial parasite. And we have also seen that binary fission in amoeba takes place through any plane, and then binary fission in leishmania cannot take place through any plane. It has to take place, or it will occur only through a particular plane, because it has got flagella and it has a fixed shape. Okay, so that we have studied about the binary fission. Now today we will continue with another type of sexual reproduction, that is, we call it as fragmentation. So let us see what is fragmentation. Now fragmentation, as we see the word fragmentation, fragment, it comes from a word fragment. Now fragment means piece. Okay, so fragment means piece. Okay, now what is fragmentation basically? Fragmentation is let us take an example of an organism. The example is alga, which is called as Spirogera. So Spirogera is a filamentous alga. Okay, so it made up of many cells. So many cells are present. Okay, so Spirogera is a filamentous alga made up of many cells. Okay, let me read out the diagram. So this is the alga. It having uh, 3-4 cells are there. Okay, so Spirogera is the alga having a spiral shaped chloroplast. It has a spiral shaped chloroplast, that is why the name is given Spirogera. So when the body of the organism is mature, now one more thing which I want to make it clear, that Spirogera is a simple multicellular organism. Okay, so in simple multicellular organisms like Spirogera. So what is simple multicellular? Simple multicellular means how many cells are here? There are, I made 3 cells. On all the cells are similar. Okay, there is no tissues formation here. So all the cells are similar. Those organisms are called as simple multicellular organism. Means their body is made up of many cells, but they do not form tissues. Okay, so in simple multicellular organism like Spirogera, what happens when the body is mature? When the organism is mature, so when the organism is mature, then what happens? The body of the organism divides into different pieces. So if you see here, this is a Spirogera, and the body divides into different pieces. So it divides into different pieces, and each piece is called as fragment. So when the organism is mature, the body divides into many pieces. Okay, and this piece is called as a fragment. Each piece is called as a fragment, and because of this fragment, this fragment can develop into a new individual organism. Okay, so I hope you understood. So in simple multicellular, let me repeat, in simple multicellular organism like Spirogera, the body is filamentous, made up of a filament, and it is multicellular, means many cells are there. And then what happens when the organism is mature enough, then each piece divides into small pieces. This piece is called as a fragment, and this fragment have the ability to form a new individual organism, and this process, that is why, is called as fragmentation. I hope this is clear. Now let us see what is given here in the NCERT. Okay, so in multicellular organism with relatively simple body organization, simple means their cells are same. Simple reproductive methods can still work. Spirogyra, for example, simply breaks into smaller pieces upon maturation. So when the organism is mature, it breaks into pieces. These pieces of fragments grow into a new individual organism. So this is about the fragmentation. But what about the complex multicellular organism like us, like human beings? Can we divide like this? The answer is no. We cannot simply divide cell by cell and form a new organism. Let us see here what is given here. This is not true for all multicellular organism. They cannot simply divide cell by cell. Why? Because our body is not simple multicellular. Our body is complex multicellular. We are having different tissues, and the cells are organized to form tissues, and tissues are organized to form organs, and organs are organized to form organ system, and these organ systems are doing specific work. What our heart is doing cannot be done by the lungs. What our lung is doing cannot be done by the kidneys. What is kidney doing cannot be done by the liver. So every organ is different. They are doing different function. So in our body or in complex multicellular organism, reproduction work is given to a particular type of system that we call it as reproductive system. So that is why cell by cell division is not enough in our body. Let us see what is given here. That is the reason that many multicellular organisms are not simply a random collection of cells. We are not random collection of cells. We are organized. Our cells are organized to form organs, tissues. So specialized cells are organized to form tissues. Tissues are organized to form organs, and organs forms organ systems. So in such a carefully organized situation, cell by cell division would be impractical. Therefore, we need more complex ways of reproduction. Therefore, we need a particular system for doing reproduction, that we call it as reproductive system. So in our body, we have a reproductive system which is doing the work of reproduction. So let us see a basic strategy used in multicellular organism is that different cell type perform different functions. Okay, so in our body, gametes are there. Gametes are produced in the reproductive organs only. Male gametes are called as sperm, female gametes are called as egg, and then fertilization take place, zygote is formed, and that from a single cell called as zygote, the complete organism is made. So following this general pattern, reproduction in such organism is the function of a specific cell type, that is gametes. So how is reproduction achieved from a single cell type? The answer is that there must be a single cell type, that is a zygote, that is capable of growing. Proliferating means able to divide. Our zygote divides and forms different type of tissues, and then different organs, and then different organ systems, and we are formed, and making other cell types under the right circumstances. So in complex multicellular organism, how reproduction is to be achieved from a single cell type? So that single cell type should have the ability to do number one, growing, ability to grow. Okay, so number one, ability to grow. Number two, proliferate. And number three, making other cell types under right circumstances. Okay, so these are the three qualities of a single cell type should be there. Okay, so that is why in complex multicellular organism, simple cell by cell division is not practical. So we have a specialized system for doing reproduction. Now let us move to the regeneration. Now before we start regeneration, now regeneration in your course is included as asexual reproduction. But basically regeneration is not reproduction. But you will write in your notes as well as in your exam also that it is a type of asexual reproduction. But the truth is it is not reproduction. It is given in your book. Let us see what is given here. However, regeneration is not same as reproduction. So regeneration is not same as reproduction. So regeneration is not reproduction. Regeneration is just when some parts in, and it is found only in some organism. So if the part of the body is lost, then what happens? They simply regenerate that part, and that is what is called as regeneration. Let us try to understand what is regeneration. Okay. Okay, so let us talk about number 3, that is regeneration. Now let us discuss about regeneration. Now what happens in complex multicellular organism? In complex multicellular organism, for example, Hydra, Planaria, what happens? So it takes place in complex multicellular organisms are those which have tissues and organ systems. Okay, so in complex multicellular organisms like Hydra or Planaria, what happens? The body of the organism is accidentally cut. So body is accidentally cut into pieces, into different pieces. So what happens here? It is not natural. Number one, it is not natural. Here also pieces are there. Like in fragmentation we have seen pieces. Here also different pieces are formed. But what is the difference between regeneration and fragmentation is that regeneration takes place in simple multicellular organism, number one. Number two, fragmentation takes place in simple multicellular organism, number one. Number two, fragmentation is natural. It is naturally occurring. When the body is mature, then it automatically divides. But here it is not natural, it is accidental. So the body of the organism is accidentally cut into different pieces, and then each piece can give rise to a new individual organism, or a new part of the body can be formed. Like for example, how it is formed, let us see that also. So each piece is having a special type of cells. Here special type of cells are present in regeneration, but in fragmentation there is no specialized cells are present. So each piece has regenerative cells. Each piece has got which type of cells? Is specialized cells are there which are called as regenerative cells. And when these pieces cut, what happens to that? The regenerative cell, what happens to that? The division takes place. So these cells or proliferate divide or proliferate to form mass of cells. So mass of cells is formed, and then what happens here, I will just tell you again. So when in complex multicellular organism, the body of the organism is somehow accidentally cut. Somehow means accidentally cut into different pieces. Then each piece has got certain cells. Which cells are there? Regenerative cells. These cells divide and form mass of cells. Okay, so these mass of cells, what happens in mass of cells? Mass means group of cells. Let me write here, mass means, so they divide and they form a group of cells, and in this group of cells differentiation takes place. Now all cells are same when they are dividing, but then cells become different after a certain time. the differentiation takes place, means the cells become different from each other. So differentiation in cells takes place and tissues are formed, tissue formation occurs, and after that organ formation, and then complete organism is formed. So this is what happens in regeneration. Complete organism is formed. So you note down this flow chart so that you can understand what is regeneration. Let us see what is given here in the NCERT. So number one, regeneration is not same as reproduction. So let us read here. Page number 130, 8.2.3, regeneration. Many fully differentiated organisms have the ability to give rise to new individual organisms from their body parts. Fully differentiated means complex multicellular organism. If the individual is somehow cut, somehow means accidentally cut or broken into many pieces, many of these pieces grow into separate individuals. So many of these pieces will grow into individual organism. Means all the pieces will not grow. Why? Because they contain special type of cells, then only they will grow, which is regenerative cells. For example, organism like Hydra is there and Planaria is there, can be cut into number of pieces and each piece grows into a new organism. This is known as regeneration. It is different from fragmentation. Fragmentation is natural and it takes place only when the organism divides itself, not somehow. Regeneration somehow gets cut, and in regeneration it takes place in complex multicellular organism. So regeneration is carried out by specialized cells. I already told you these are called as regenerative cells. These cells proliferate, I already told you, divide and make large number of cells, that is a mass of cells. From this mass of cell, different cells undergo changes, that is differentiation, to become tissues and organs, and complete organism is formed. So these changes take place in an organized sequence to form, and it is called as development. So these changes is called as development, not, it is not same as reproduction. Why? Because every organism will not depend on being cut and up to be able to reproduce. Like we cannot cut our finger and can produce a new organism. Like that, every organism cannot simply being cut and form a new individual organism. So it takes place in only few organism, and in simple, and it is accidental. It is taking place in complex organism. Example is here Planaria. You can see here 3 pieces are made and each piece develops into a new individual organism. Okay, now let us continue with this topic and let us move to the next one, that is budding. Okay, so let us study the budding. Now you have already studied about budding in your lower classes. Now where it takes place, example is it takes place in unicellular organism as well as multicellular organism. So example of unicellular organism is yeast, and multicellular organism is Hydra. Okay, so let us take the example of Hydra and let us see how budding takes place in Hydra. Okay, so you might have seen Hydra. Hydra has got various finger like structures are there. These are called as tentacles. Okay, so we already know that Hydra has got specialized cells and these cells are called as regenerative cells. So the regenerative cells undergo cell division. Okay, or they divide or proliferate. Proliferate means to divide. So regenerative cells proliferate, and after proliferation they form mass of cells. Okay, so these mass of cells can be seen as bud, or bud is also called as outgrowth. Okay, so if you see here in this diagram, suppose here proliferative cells are here, so they will grow and grow and they will form an outgrowth. This outgrowth we call it as bud. So this is bud. Okay, and this bud grows in size, means becomes larger. This bud grows in size and becomes larger, and then what happens? It becomes similar to the parent organism. It becomes similar to the parent. It looks similar to the parent organism. So you can see here in the diagram, let me show you the diagram of the. So you can see here it is a small bud. This is a bud. It grows bigger and bigger. Now it is looking almost same. Both parent organism and the bud are looking same. Okay, so it looks similar to the parent organism, and when it looks similar to the parent organism, then the bud gets detached from the parent. Buds get detached from the parent organism. Bud get detached means separated from the parent organism and develops into a new individual organism. Develops into a new individual organism. So this bud develops into a new individual organism, and this process is called as budding. So let me explain it one more time. So bud is formed. What is a bud? From where it is formed? It is formed by the division in regenerative cells. So regenerative cells divide and they form mass of cells. This mass of cells will be seen as an outgrowth. Bulging is there. So bulging is there, and that bulging is called as outgrowth or bud, and that bud grows in size, becomes larger and larger and becomes similar, and it looks similar to the parent organism, and then when it is similar to the parent, it divides and then it gets separated from the parent organism and develops into a new individual organism, and this process is called as budding. Let us see what is given here in the NCERT. So organisms such as Hydra use regenerative cells for reproduction in the process of budding. So in these regenerative cells, the division takes place and a bud is formed. Bud develops as an outgrowth due to the repeated cell division at one specific site. What is that site? Where regenerative cells are present. So these buds develop into tiny individuals, and when fully mature, detach means separate. It is the opposite of attach. Detach from the parent body and becomes a new independent organism. So this process is called as budding. So make notes for fragmentation, regeneration as well as budding, and draw the diagrams, and we will continue with this topic in the next class. Thank you, students.